Hello and welcome to another vampire restaurant tour video. This is the third one. This is a video on about a lot called Dinner Time, and so obviously the Sims you see here are vampire dinner. I don't know if you've seen my videos on the Breakfast Club and No Privacy Lunchroom, but if you have, then you'll know that I'm doing a 100 vampire challenge in one of my safe games, and I have 78 vampires by now. But you know, let's say food for my vampires is running a bit scarce because most of my Sims in the game are now vampires. So during one of my Twitch streams, we came up with the idea of creating restaurants for vampires. So I already finished 2. Well, there's another third one, and I wanted to have to be like sort of international kind of restaurant for vampires. So we have all kinds of different dishes. First off, one of my favorite things to eat, sushi. And because sushi has a lot of rice in it, and it also has lots of seaweed in it. At least some of the sushi thingies, and you know, some stuff like salmon. I just decided to give her black hair and black shoes with that sort of, imagine this is a roll of sushi. So this is like the outside of the sushi, and then inside you have some rice, and in that you have salmon. Does that make sense? No, it kind of does to me though. So this is Sushi, and she is a bookworm. She wants to be a Renaissance sim, so she's a quick learner. She is loves the outdoors, is a bookworm. Sorry, I already said that. And she's hot-headed. Next we have spaghetti, one of the favorite things, one of the favorite dishes of my kids. My kids love spaghetti with meatballs, but I'm vegetarian, so they often get like fake meatballs. Anyway, this is spaghetti. He doesn't look Italian or anything, but he's very skinny, and even though he's just as tall as all the other Sims, he looks higher, he looks taller because of that. He looks like spaghetti, and that's why he also wears white and red. Red, you know, white represents the pasta, red is the tomato sauce. Yeah, spaghetti. And spaghetti wants to be best-selling author, so he's a muser, he's squeamish, he's active, and he is a dance machine. I have to say, I picked all these traits at random. You know, there's no reason why they have certain traits, they just have them because I had to pick something. Next up is taco. I love taco dinner. Well, I don't know, I wanted to create a girl who looks a bit, I don't know, Mexican. I don't know if she actually does. And again, I hope I'm not offending anyone with these stereotype kind of Sims. That's not my intention. This is just meant to be fun, you know. It's just a silly project I'm working on for my vampire challenge. Anyway, taco has all these lovely colors that you'll also see when you make tacos, because it's got lettuce and salad and corn, and this could be the meat or something or whatever, or the fake meat in my case. So yeah, this is Taco, and she wants to be an angling ace. Don't ask me why, but there actually is a like a fishing hole thingy behind the house, so perfect for her. So she also, what's this again? Oh, it's a collector. She's romantic, music lover, and also dance machine. Then we have curry. I love curry. I can't say that enough. Especially a nice spicy one. And so this is curry, and because curry is a bit orangey, he wears this. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought this looked like curry. I could be very wrong. Anyway, Curry wants to be paint extraordinaire, so he's also a muser. He's a bro, he's creative, and he's an art lover. Next up, we have curried shrimp. I've never had curried shrimp, but because of the new lovely outfits we got with the last update, with all the Caribbean kind of outfits, I wanted to make a Caribbean kind of guy, and I just googled Caribbean dishes, and curried shrimp was shown everywhere. Basically, apparently that's very Caribbean. I have no idea. I personally don't even like shrimp. I like my Sim. He looks very yummy, but you know, shrimp, nah, not really. Anyway, he's supposed to be Caribbean dish. I don't know if he looks Caribbean. think he kind of does. I think he's very, very dashing. I like him a lot. Anyway, he's a bodybuilder, so so he has a high metabolism. He is cheerful, he's good, and he's active. Next up, another one of my favorite dishes. I actually never really know how to pronounce it. I always just say baboti, but that's not the correct pronunciation. I think it's babo. I'm not even going to try. I know you pronounce it differently. It's an African dish, and I really, really love it. Again, I make it with like fake minced meat, and I always love adding green beans to it and whatnot. I don't think that's what you're originally supposed to do, but that's what I do. But because baboti always looks, it's got, I don't know, I think it's got curry or something in it, or something. I don't know exactly. I don't know. My mom makes so much better baboti than I do. I'm not much of a cook, but it's always a bit yellowy, and I just love this hair, and I just love her face. Look at her, she's so pretty, and I love this hair. But yeah, because it's an African kind of dish, I wanted to have a very beautiful dark-skinned sim. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous, and I think these two would actually make a very lovely couple. I think so. Anyway, baboti, however you pronounce it, she is a freelance botanist. She's also a collector. She loves the outdoors. She's good, and she's a genius. I love her. Next up, we have spinach dinner. I personally don't care that much for pizza. I think pizza is a bit, I don't know, maybe I've had too many pizzas in my life. I don't know, I don't like it that much. But if I do have pizza, it's very often a spinach pizza, because I love spinach. So he's a bit chubbier, because if you eat a lot of pizzas, then you definitely will gain weight at some point. I don't know. And of course he wears a lot of green, because that's the spinach. And I don't know, this is a nice hairdo. It's like almost round, like a pizza. So that's why he has this silly mohawk. He wants to be master chef. So essence of flavor. He is also a bro. He's a foodie, and he's clumsy. And last but certainly not least, we have fish and chips dinner. I normally don't eat fish, but I do occasionally make an exception for fish and chips, and also sushi, although you have very lovely vegetarian sushis. But sometimes, you know, with a bit of salmon, nice. But fish and chips, I actually, I only have it when I go to England. We don't have it here that often, maybe once or twice a year. But if I go to England, I always I'm on a mission to find the perfect fish and chips shop, and I just need to have fish and chips, and my kids love it as well. So that's I make an exception for fish and chips when it comes to eating fish. But anyway, fish and chips is just a greasy yellow kind of food. Not that she's greasy, but she's very yellow, and I think it's a very lazy kind of food. You know, it's fish and chips is perfect for lazy, comfortable nights in. So this sim she is a slob. She's lazy, but she's a goofball, and she wants to be a jokester. And she wears this outfit most of the time. So she has a few other outfits, I think, for when she goes swimming, obviously, and for when it's really, really hot. But most of the times it's just this outfit, because this looks like a very comfy, lazy kind of tracksuit, I think. Anyway, these are the dinner sims, and let's have a look at their house. This is their house. Oh, sorry. It's actually snowing. It's almost the end of fall. What day is it? See, only 2 more days of fall, and then we'll have winter, and it's snowing. So obviously the sims are all going outside to have a look at the first snow. But this is the house, and I wanted to build something with 8 towers, because I thought for dinner it would be nice if you could have dinner at a castle. I mean, if the vampires could have dinner at a castle. Oh, see, here's a little pond I was talking about earlier. And I wanted to have each of the simmies their own. I want them to have their own little tower bedroom. So I wanted to build 8 towers, and then I ended up with this funny looking shape. It looks like a circle with whatever, but because of the 8 towers, and because I have like this courtyard area right in the middle of it. The inside, the interior has a whole bunch of weird and difficult shapes. It was a good idea at the time, but it was actually quite difficult to do the interior because it was not that easy to do. What's this here? It wasn't easy to actually do something. We've got a gnome to do the interior. I'm now very distracted by the gnome. Hang on, what is that? It's Harvest Fest, holiday gnomes. Oh, I haven't played the gnomes yet. I'm gonna have to do that afterwards, after I've recorded this. I'm just gonna, let this play, and I haven't played with this gnomes yet. Sorry, and I'm so distracted. I'm very very sorry. But let's have a look at the interior. Yay, that's what I wanted to do. Let's just start with the kitchen. That was definitely the most difficult room to do, because if you look at it, it basically consists of these two octagonal shaped rooms with this little diagonal bit in between, and it's always difficult to turn these kind of rooms into kitchens because diagonal walls are always a bit challenging because the counters don't always snap perfectly automatically. Oh, why did you just clean this up, darling? Oh no, hang on. Sorry, I meant you, darling, because you're here. Oh, clean up. Can't he get it because it's there? Yeah, that's... I actually moved it. It was here originally. So maybe if I put it here, you can clean it up. I actually had to move objects on, obviously. And because of that, some of the counters don't really work. They're just for show. But, there are a few that actually work as a counter, so they can prepare food on it. But like this one doesn't work because it basically, if you look very closely, you see I added two counters to sort of, how do you call that? They've become one. This one sticks into that one. Whatever. But because of the very weird room, I had to cheat a bit. So behind these two things, there's actually a hole in the countertop. Because I couldn't find a counter that obviously fitted here. But I just covered it up with these things. So don't pick them up. If you want to download the house, don't pick this up because then you'll see the holes. And, down here as well, I had to... overlap some of the counters, and if you look very closely, like here, you can see it. That's that I did that. But other than that, I think overall it does look really, really nice. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. When I started doing this, especially on clean it up as well, darling, while you're at it. Thank you, darling. While I sorry, I forgot my train of thought. I decorated a few of the rooms on a live stream on Twitch, and I started with the kitchen, and it was so difficult, and I at one point thought, this is not going to work, I'm going to have to figure out something else, but then it actually did work. So it was some trial and error, but in the end I think it looks quite nice. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way the kitchen turned out. It's actually quite a dark day, is it? Very cloudy. So I'm sorry if the video is a bit darker. Look, another gnome. We've got 3 gnomes here. Oh, I'm gonna have to try this later on after I record the video. I'm just gonna pause it so they don't go away. I haven't played with the gnomes yet. Oh, look at them. Oh, so cool. Okay, I'll know what I'll be doing after I recorded this. Actually, no, I have to turn on so you can see the fans moving. This is the dining room, and I just love these new ceiling fans. They are so gorgeous. And someone on Twitter, I think it was Onyeka, what is it, 008? I know her name is Sif. Someone on Twitter actually posted a picture where she had combined this light from Laundry Day with the ceiling. It might have been someone else. Sorry, if you're the one, if you watch this and you're the one who came up with the idea, posted on Twitter, thank you so much for the idea. I don't really remember who it was, but I nicked your idea. Thank you so much. This is not my invention, but I think it's such a brilliant idea, so I just had to use it. I think lots of people are going to use it from now on because it's absolutely brilliant. So, but yeah, I just added 2 of these round tables in the dining room. I am going to pause. I don't want the gnomes to go away. Because there are 8 Sims in the house, so they can now just sit wherever they want. Down here we have the living room, and it has 2 nice seating areas. It has one in front of a fireplace with the new plant that came with the update. I really love those objects, and the sliding doors, oh my god, they are so gorgeous. Look at them, they fit here so nicely. And then they have a little seating area with with a television. Oh, they actually might be wearing the coats inside because they haven't turned up the heater. Oh, warmer. Why don't you just do that? Does he actually have to walk there to do it? I have no idea. Or will he just have to follow him? Does he actually have to be able to reach it? I don't know. Or can I just look at it and then, you know, turn it up? Oh, he's got a remote control. Perfect. I didn't even know that. So anyway, dining room, and here, this part I just divided into 2 different parts because both of these rooms have a different function. This is like the music room because it has a piano and a guitar, and this is the office or the study or whatever. Anyway, this is probably where the Sims will spend most of the time, is because Sims are addicted to the computers, any screen anyway. But they, you know, they don't have a job, they've got enough money, and like with the other as with the other well, let's say food households, they don't really have to work. Their sole purpose in my game is to be food for my vampires. So, you know, they have a very comfortable life. They don't have to worry about money. They can just do whatever they want. And occasionally a vampire might come by and drink a little bit of their blood. That's all. Not too bad. In the middle here, we have a greenhouse. Because, you know, I want them to do some gardening, and I just love the idea of having a greenhouse in the middle here with a nice glass dome. Obviously the gnomes are not usually in the game, but they just appeared and I love them. Okay, let's go 1 floor up, and this was a very tricky area to do as well, because of the 8 towers, I needed stairs to go to each and every room. And because of that, I had to basically put staircases in the middle of each octagonal, which obviously makes it more difficult to do something else with the room. But actually what I did is I managed to make little bathrooms that basically just have a toilet and a sink, a mirror, and then there are 2, oh hang on, no, and then there are a few bigger bathrooms like here where they actually have a shower. So they only have 2 showers in the house, but you know, it should be enough. At least they have a whole bunch of toilets, so they can go whenever they need to. And every part, I basically see this house as consisting of 4 parts. So each one of these shapes that basically looks like a bone, like a dog bone, is 1 part, and each part has like a game or activity that they can do. This one has a Whack the Llama, but also actually the archaeologist table. This part has the cards game, and then over here we have a chess table, and this part here has 2 things. It has like a little laundry area where they can do laundry, and it has a foosball table. So there's lots for them to do. I will put it on again because look at those fans. So there's lots for them to do. They don't really have to go anywhere. There's actually no gym, but they can jog and do whatever. And up here we have the different bedrooms, and what I did, I didn't want to personalize each and every room, same as with the no privacy lunchroom. I wanted the rooms to be like standard, because it's almost as if these poor Sims live in some kind of institution or whatever. I basically just added a whole bunch of strangers into one house, and you know, now they have to live together for the rest of their lives. But I did sort of make a distinction between a male and a female bedroom. So the brown ones are the male bedrooms, and these ones are the female bedrooms. I don't know why. There are a few differences. They all have different plants on their on the wardrobe, and they all have different painting. Other than that, the rooms are very basic and very similar to each other. So that's basically it. just going to pause again. Oh, look. Oh, hang on. I have to zoom in. This is green salad. She's a lunch dish. And she has a vampire walk, even though she's not a vampire. Look at her. She walks like this all the time. Actually, Spaghetti has the vampire walk as well. Just look at her. Hello, green salad, darling. Are you going home? I just love it when I see her walking around here. Oh, who's this? Oh, Louise. That's my main vampire. What is she doing here? Louise, darling. This is Louise. That's the sim I play with. I do my 100 vampire challenge with, and she's already turned 78 vampires. I am so proud of you, darling. Yeah, but it is called. So yeah, this is her. This is my main vampire. She's the queen of vampires. She has a whole bunch of fledglings. But yes, this is dinner time. And by the time I upload the video, the house will be up as well. It will be on the gallery, as will the household be. As will be the household. That was a weird sentence, sorry. I need more coffee. But yes, I hope you enjoyed watching this tour video and that you will come back to my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!